Yes.
Yes.
So this is 18th and 19th unit. We already done about definitions and other things. So process of memory, this encoding, storage, and retrieval. I hope we done. Then here it is about visual model. It's about sensory memory, short-term memory, and long-term memory. So sensory capacity is about, I already shared this information with you people, so you also can check. So limit capacity, short-term memory has its limited capacity, then limited duration, and limited encoding ability of an individual because the time gap is very, very short. So here I just given 7 items. I already discussed with you like average human being capacity to store information at short-term level is 2 plus or minus 5, sorry, 7. 7 plus or minus 2. Yes. So 2 to 9 items, individual items or stimulus a person able to memorize immediately by seeing it. Okay, within fraction of second only you can remember. So Miller was the first person who has given this magic number 7 plus or minus 2. He conducted an experiment on this. Then this short-term memory known as working memory. So here working memory is actually focused on 2 aspects. One is about visual, another one is auditory. Yes. So visual is the central ability of an individual. So if you are seeing, then you can memorize more. So visual capacity is more or central compared to uh, any other sense. Yes. So primary ability to remember things is visual. So this working memory works on 2 systems. So this working memory actually consists of central executive. So these 2 subsystems are phonological loop and visuospatial sketchpad. Okay, so here this central executive is the actual performer of how well we able to memorize the things. So a visuospatial sketchpad is an inner eye, means how actually we stores and process information in the visual form. Yes, when we are looking at the things, when you are looking this slide, how you are seeing and storing the information and how you are processing it. So this is more informative and more intense in the storage compared to any other. Then phonological loop is the part of working memory that deals with spoken and written material. Yes, so here this is used to remember phone number. Okay, it's just an example. Here it's a phonological store is linked to speech perception, holds information in speech-based form, like spoken words, what you are heard about. So that information stores at 1 to 2 seconds. Then articulatory control process. This is inner voice linked to speech production used to rehearse and store verbal information from the phonological store. Please don't get confused here. If you remember what exactly visuospatial sketchpad and this phonological loop is more than enough. So Here, visuospatial sketchpad is mostly talks about the visual memory, and this phonological loop talks about the auditory memory, how you are listening and processing the information. Then long-term memory. So Turlving was a person who actually uh, categorized this episodic, semantic, and procedural memory. So if we see this uh, human memory, classification of human memory, how it stores information. First it's then sensory, then it moves to short term, then long term. Again, long term is classified as explicit and implicit memory. Explicit memory is in our consciousness, which we can explain it very clearly. Then implicit memory is at our unconscious level. I might have given an example. I remember when we were discussing about this memory. Uh, Example is if you have to tie your shoelace, yes, what you will do, you will able to uh, do it, perform it, and explain it very well. Yes, compared to explaining how you have to tie the shoelace, or
Verbal explanation is very difficult, ma'am. Through actions,
exactly.
it's easy.
Exactly. So when we are saying verbal explanation is difficult compared to actions, that verbal explanation comes under implicit memory. That memory is there but unconscious level. But consciously we can do it by actions. Yes. Uh, so, but here it is given differently. Explicit memory is a conscious one that can be in the form of facts and events. Implicit memory is unconscious level, that is skills and tasks. Actually, it should be different. Implicit is say mostly unconscious is where we not able to explain about. Yeah, actually, yes. This we skills and tasks we can't explain about it. We can perform it, but we can't explain about it. Yes. So unconscious level, whatever the information stores in our mind, but at the peripherally level, which we can't explain verbally, but we can perform it through our actions. That comes under implicit memory. And explicit memory is which is conscious, we can explain about it through our words. Verbal explanation is very very easy and clear. So that can be classified as declarative memory, which talks about facts, events. So these facts and events again classified as episodic and semantic. Episodic talks about life events, our childhood memories and our experiences, many other things. And semantic memory is about facts and concepts. Yes, we do remember about who is the president, who is what's your school's name where you studied, and college name and other things, and certain concepts in mathematics, rules and other things of mathematics, science and other things we do remember. Yes. So this is the classification of our memory. Though we don't, for all the long-term memory, we no need to rehearse all the times and no need to practice every time to store in the long-term memory. But in the form of facts and experiences, in the form of skills and tasks, we do remember. Yes, for a lifetime. Uh, it's a lifetime storage and do remember all this. So this is about the classification. But still, if we require some enhancement of memory, people do talk about how we can improve our memory. Memory is not an innate capacity again. By birth, we don't have an ability to store a memory. Yes, again, memory is a skill. How well you can memorize the things. So for that effective memory or memory enhancement, we have certain techniques. So these techniques are known as mnemonics. Yes, through using these techniques or methods, we can, every individual can enhance their memory. It's not a god gift. A person can memorize so many things. We just can't say that it's his character or nature or it's a god gift. Yes, no, it's a skill how the person organized himself to memorize the things, or how organized the person in his encoding. Yes, so these organization techniques are known as mnemonics. So there are various types in this. These methods can be classified. In that, first one is a link method, how well we can link or associate the things and memorize it. So in this link method, actually, whatever the objects comes under one category, we can place it and we can remember it. Yes. So it involves forming a mental image of items to be remembered in a way that links them together. So you are converting an object into a imagery. So you are developed an image in your mind and creating some associations, and you are trying to remember it. Then method of Lucy or method of Loki, there are different pronunciations for this. So this method of Lucy is about organizing imagery. Yes, for example, most of every month we do write a grocery list. Yes, so just imagine you two wrote a grocery list before you going to mall. Then after reaching a mall, you you just realize that you forgot that list. Yes, you just forgot the grocery list. Then how you will buy the things? There, what we can do, we can apply this method. So whatever the grocery list we prepared, all these related to household things only. Yes, whatever we require for the house, we might have wrote the same thing. So what you can do, first you can remember that uh, first the kitchen. Okay, what all the requirements there in the kitchen you can memorize, and by seeing those by seeing those uh, items in the mall, you can remember. First you have to memorize the list or the items which you require for kitchen, then your living room, after that your bedroom, then for your uh, toilet. So all these things in an organized form, you can memorize at least to 70 to 80% of your grocery list. Yes, so that is known as method of loci. Then keyword method. The keyword method is, all these are the linking methods, you are just linking one to another. In this method, you are relies most on memorization based on visual imagery. Here, first, recoding. Recoding is changing the vocabulary word into a keyword that goes with a visual image. For example, ape for apex. So here you are using some, means you are just for one word you are memorizing in a visual form. Yes, so you are applying some keyword to your visual form. Then relating, integrating the word with the definition, like ape sitting on the highest point or something. So retrieving, it's like how you can memorize it. One is recoding, whatever the word is there, you are recoding it, you are assigning some vocabulary or visual form to it. Then you are relating that visual form with the definition. It's all this is individualized form. however it is given in the example, no need to do for you. You can do it your own method. You can remember the things with the help of your own organization. And I'm not saying that all these methods will be definitely useful for each and every person. No, for me method of Lucy is very much effective compared to other methods. For other person maybe other method is useful. So don't depend on any one method or one technique. We try to practice each and every method, and it's not like once you use and you can remember. It's an everyday practice. So all these whatever we discussed, all these are related to imageries. Yes, you are visualizing and you are memorizing it. Link method also a visualized method, and method of Loose is very much visualized method. Keyword method also, you are visualizing the things, whatever the word, whatever the object, whatever the list you have to memorize, you are imagining it, associating it, and memorizing. Yes. And this is verbal mnemonics. Verbal mnemonics are like most of the times we do use these acronyms or short forms. All these comes under verbal mnemonics. Yes, VibGR is a very uh, famous example for this. What is VibGR?
Rainbow
All
colors.
rainbow seven colors.
Yes. Okay. So all this comes under verbal mnemonics. Okay. Next topic is about forgetting. So, do you think is a forgetting is a gift or curse?
It
It's
Ma'am,
a
in
depends
this
gift,
upon the
way,
ma'am.
it's a
situation.
gift also wherein you can forget your bad memories.
Exactly. It's a gift for human beings. Yes. We do need to forget the things. It's not like we just can't remember each and everything, whatever, because every day, every second, our sense organs do receive the information, do stores that information. If you are go on adding information, that's definitely our brain will becomes like a dustbin. Yes. So storehouse where unnecessary many unnecessary things are dumped over there. So we don't need. We need to forget. It's a very much important to forget certain things. So that could be like our bad memories, bad experiences. Yes, all these we need to be clear from our mind. So we can say forgetting is a gift for us. But still we need to know, okay, if only these things we are forgetting, that's really great. But there are certain situations where we need to remember certain things. It's very important for us to remember, but still we forget. Yes. So day before
Yes, ma'am.
yesterday, like Saturday, I think we had our last class. If I ask you if you could exactly we discussed in the class, 70% of the information you might have forgot already. It's gone, it's vanished. Yes,
Yes,
you
yes,
might
ma'am.
have remembered only the summary of information, whatever we discussed in that 1 hour. Maybe 30 to 40% of the information you might have remembered, which is
Ma'am,
very
that is what we are worried about. We are going to forget everything you're teaching, and I don't know what will happen in the exam.
yes. So it is very much important to know the causes. What are the reasons why we are forgetting? Yes. If you know why we are forgetting, how we are forgetting, so to some extent you can reduce that. Like this may leads to forgetting, so this shouldn't take place. So this information, what exactly forgetting is, and what are the causes of forgetting, and if it is uh, forgetting is very quick and deviant, like from normal to very much deviant, then definitely we need to focus on it. So forgetting also a very important concept for psychologists or psychology students. So this forgetting refers to apparent loss of information already encoded and stored. Yes, you already did the process of memory, but again, you are not able to retain it, not able to memorize it. First is two steps have taken place, encoded and stored. But that information is not coming out. Whenever it is required, it's not, you're not able to retain that information. So that is known as forgetting. So most of the times what happens, we do remember, we do forget the things which is stored at sensory and short term memory, because their memory capacity or storage capacity is very very limited. So here we can explain this forgetting at short term level by using the theories of trace decay and displacement. So actually our memory stores at in a layers one after the other. It's just piled up. Whenever you are learning or acquiring some knowledge, that will be formed as a layer. Just imagine about, there is a location in your brain where memory stores. This memory is storing one layer after the other. Yes. So how you are folding your clothes and keeping one after the other, the same way this memory stores one after the other layer. It just go on piled up. So trace decay in a traces, uh, it will actually takes place. So this trace decay theory talks about uh, decay is losing the information, or uh, information lost, or yes. So whenever there is a chemical change in the brain or nervous system that leads to this decay, this is not actually a normal condition. There's some physiological disturbance, due to some physiological disturbance, due to some chemical changes in the brain, the person consistently forgets the information. Okay. So this is an uh, automatic decay or fading of the memory traces. So if it is taking place at normal level, see, 1 hour you people are continuously listening, and only 40% of the information you can remember after 2 days or after a day is very much normal, because a individual storage capacity is that much only. It's a very much limited storage capacity we have. If you not rehearse the information within 1 hour, definitely it is considered as that you will lose the information. Memory will be traced away or faded away. Yes, within 1 hour, you need to rehearsal that information or practice the information whatever you have acquired. If not, this rehearsal doesn't takes place within an hour, automatically that information will be faded away from your memory traces. So that is considered as very much normal. Then interference. Decay is normal. Then interference. This is also a normal process. Here what happens? 1 hour I'm taking class. So this 1 hour information is stored at one layer. Then what happens? Immediately Janardhan sir will take the class. Then what is happening? My information is interfering with sir's information. Yes. So through this interference, you forget the previous information. So in the place of the previous information, the present information is overlapping. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So you can remember the present information more compared to the previous information. If you are placing the clothes one after the other, at the last level, at the top level, whatever you have placed, that is more visible compared to the at the down level.
Can we call it as a recency effect?
That's what. Yes. Recency effect actually takes place in the learning. So the present information is more able to memorize compared to the previous. So to have this recency effect also, there are so many factors contribute for this. Yes, your interest, your memory capacity, complexity of the information, all these factors again contribute for this. So in recency also, there are two concepts actually in interference: primary and recency. Primary is the previous one. So how much time gap is given between this primary and recency? Yes. Here what is happening, immediately after sir's class I am taking, or immediately my class somebody else is taking. So immediately there is an interference taking place. So there is a chance, high chance of remembering the recent effect or recently learned information. If the previous learning is more effective and more elaborative, yes, compared to recent information, then there is a chance that compared to recent information, you can remember the previous information.
That is primary effect, madam.
Yes, primary effect. Okay. So this interference also a cause for memory failure. Old learning interfering with present learning. That is known as coactive interference or inhibition.
Sometimes it may so happen that first and the last information will be remembered and in between will be forgotten.
Yes. So all factors contribute your learning. So whatever we discussed about this primary recency or this interference, all these talks about the natural forgetting of the information. Though you conscious aware of it, though you are really hard, but which is not normal, which is not natural, is called amnesia. Yes, so amnesia is a loss of ability to memorize information or to recall information stored in memory. Yes, though you have practiced, though that is stored in your long-term memory, you just don't able to remember it. So what exactly causes amnesia? It's most commonly associated with either brain damage, aging, or deterioration of brain cells.
Ma'am, depression people also see amnesia. Is it?
Due to clear stress or depression that is directly effect on the functioning of the nervous system. So if the person is chronic, continuously for a long period of time, the person is untreated for depression or any other psychological disturbances, then that leads to some chemical changes in the brain, which leads to degeneration of the brain cells.
Ma'am, this Alzheimer's could be
Yeah, Alzheimer
um,
actually it's due to age factor. Yes, amnesia, what we are talking, it's about not due to age factor. There is difference between amnesia and Alzheimer's. Alzheimer, because of the age factor, amnesia can take place at any age, any state of life. Yes, if a person met with an accident,
okay.
an head injury, then the brain cells will get damaged and leads to amnesia. Yes,
These
obviously.
these are not irreversible, right? Brain cell brain
May or
damages.
may not. It depends on the intensity, how
Okay.
much damage has taken place,
Okay. Actually,
whether
thing
it's
is,
a partial damage or total damage.
okay. Okay. Actually, thing that my mother got operated. I mean, in her brain, beside the brain, there was a disc. Actually,
Uh-huh.
when they operated, they said they removed it, but after 5 6 months, it has been again enlarged. So they
Okay.
have removed that. But
Okay.
the second time onwards, she's forgetting very soon. She will remember it long back when we were kids, like when we were very small. She'll remember always.
Present things.
Present things she won't remember. Like after 5 minutes of her food, she'll ask like "Mummy, you have to give me food."
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
this because of her age, or again this is
So
related
the
to
present slide is about that anterograde amnesia. So in this anterograde amnesia,
okay,
patient cannot retain any new memory. They able to remember the past memory.
okay.
Able to
But
see
in
this
that,
slide?
that shock kind of things she'll remember.
Okay.
But this is
General
this
things
is
she might have not.
uh,
Okay.
so
Whichever
this
is
some
intensified, very much
okay,
strong, that only she able to remember.
okay,
Yes, strong incidents which is really where she is reacting, that information is storing in her mind, but the things which is she is not very much conscious about, it's not storing.
okay. In her case, she's having Alzheimer's as well as amnesia. No,
Maybe, maybe.
okay,
Yes, due to age factor as well as because of that operation, two
okay,
might have got affected.
okay, okay, ma'am.
So
Thank you.
most of this amnesia is not completely curable. We can manage, but completely we can't cure it.
Okay,
Yes. So
okay,
anterograde amnesia is, it is like if any incident happened, for example, person met with an accident. So he will, in anterograde cases, he will remember the things which have taken place before the accident. Yes. After accident, whatever happening, the present incidents, the person may not remember well. But before the incident, the person will remember. That is anterograde. Retrograde amnesia is like the patient will remember, uh, the patient cannot recall the past events. Like most of the times, retrograde amnesia patients, they will completely forget their past and start their new life. Say person met an accident in some other place in some different state or some admitted in somewhere in any hospital or completely unknown location. Maybe for example the person gone for a visiting or gone for a meeting or somewhere, then there the person met with an accident and local people have admitted the person in the hospital. He got cured but completely forgot his past till the person met with an accident. So these people most of the times what they do, they start their new life there itself. because they don't even remember anything in their past.
Like the movie
Ma'am,
Okay, these
Sadma,
are the
Sridevi, old movie, ma'am.
I don't
Ma'am,
know, sorry. Huh.
ma'am, in this retrograde amnesia and antrograde amnesia,
Anterograde
they may
amnesia.
forget their natural abilities also,
Yes,
like swimming or cycling or any other activities like archery. Like if they have any special abilities, like to do the drawings like that.
maybe, may or may not. See, in some cases, they may remember the skill, or if you're able to teach them, again, they may learn easily. But in
Like
some cases,
paintings
may
or
not. In some cases, complete faded that past memory.
okay.
Yes.
Actually, I tried to draw a painting so many times, but I didn't get that one. But some people draw naturally. For that reason,
Okay.
I'm asking.
Okay. Yes. So these are the two extreme forms of amnesia. Okay, it's not because of degeneration, it's not because of decay, it's totally because of injury. This can
Okay.
take place at any age, but Alzheimer's takes place because of age factor. So mostly we can see this Alzheimer's at after 60 years. That is degeneration because of the degeneration of the memory cells. Yes. So
Ma'am,
I'm done with memory and intelligence. Huh.
is lobotomy also like that comes under amnesia type?
Lobotomy is like cutting off some cells in the brain, no?
Okay. So this that is done.
No, I don't think so. It's related to amnesia.
madam, what is motivated forgetting?
Motivated forgetting is a person himself consciously pushes some information to unconscious level. For example, a person has very bad experience with another individual. So wantedly, the person wants to forget that. He don't want to keep it in his memory. Yes, that is motivated forgetting. So if, for example, in a person's childhood memory, if we trace, the person might have a very bad experience with the teacher, like he got punished by the teacher very harshly or something. So he don't want to keep that memory. So he try hard to forget that information. Yes, that comes under motivated forgetting. Actually, one incident happened with me. I don't, uh, even if I tell that, nobody will believe that happened. See, when I was in my PG, by that time I got married. So one of my friend actually, she decided to get married in a register office without knowing her parents. So she approached me to for this evidence signatures and other things. Me and my one of my another friend agreed for it. Actually, in this case, there is no compulsion on me. I'm already married. My husband knows about it. So there is no such kind of pressure on me to do these things. I just went. Here, I'm not supposed to say that I went and signed. It's like it's completely faded from my memory that I went there, I signed, I spoke with them, I was there, but it's not there in my memory. It has happened in my PG level. That whole incident actually faded away from my memory.
But how would you
It's,
know, ma'am, right now?
this is actually a funny incident happened. Okay. uh, After the parents came to know about everything and they got married by agreed of the both the parties, then they blessed with a baby. For their baby's first birthday, they invited us. We went there, means after 2 years gap, we went there. Then her husband was talking with me very like as if he knows me very closely or something. I was like, first time I'm seeing this person, then how come he is talking so uh, like so closely with me? Then I shared this with my husband. He was like, Why you know about this person, you know him, and you are the person who went for their marriage and you only signed. I was completely blocked on that day. You just imagine my situation. I have no clue about that incident. So on
Okay,
that
madam. What?
day, I might be very tensed. I might
Okay.
be very anxious about what will happen. I signed, but whether it's right or not, that anxiety, that stress actually uh, like completely faded that information from my memory traces. So now also, if I think that I have still, I have no clue about it. So this kind of things will take place in people's life. Our brain is very genius.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we'll continue our class tomorrow. Continue with different unit.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, one
Yeah.
second, ma'am. Like the slides which you are sharing with us, na, like with
Hmm.
us slides,
Hmm.
can we prepare for the exam, ma'am? Like
I
rather
didn't
than
get.
actually with this material, the slides which you are showing in the classroom,
Hmm.
that can we write the exam like that is
Ma'am,
sufficient.
whatever the slides I have prepared, the information I have taken from your manual only, from your textbooks only.
Okay.
Everything is there in your textbook.
But the thing is that when we place the textbook in front of us now, like it's damn sleepy, mom. So,
First, you prepare the content from slide, then try
okay.
to relate from your textbook. Already the key points you will be understand through these slides. Then elaborative things you can go ahead with your reference books.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you please suggest a few topics that are repeatedly, I mean, they are in the exams so that we actually focus more on them?
To say
I
frank, I
mean,
have no clue.
because it's
the
actually
same
very
the same
vast.
this signature incident is happening with my uh, paper setting also. I just have no clue.
Okay. No,
Excuse
no,
me, ma'am. Tell me one example about sensory memory, ma'am.
Sensory memory is like uh, it's say something have fallen on your hand, like maybe a mosquito or housefly or something, then it's
Okay.
just flow away. You
Okay.
experienced it, something was fallen on your skin, but after some
Huh.
time you forgot, it's gone.
Huh.
That is sensory memory. It's just fraction of seconds.
Okay, ma'am.
You
Thank
just
you.
experience but forgets immediately.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, everything is sensory
If that
memory, no, ma'am, till
already,
we
if
push it to short term.
exactly, if just
Mhm.
fall on your skin and flew away, then it's sensory memory. But it bites you, then it's moved to short-term memory because of that pain. Yes. Okay then. Yeah, it's already too much of
Okay.
time I have taken. Yeah,
Thank you,
thank
madam.
you. We'll
Thank
Thank
continue
you,
you.
ma'am.
tomorrow.
Thank you, madam.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. And here only I'm declaring the topic. Please, Rajnikant Garu, note down the topic. Yeah. Uh, thinking. Will tomorrow we'll continue this thinking. If we're done with the thinking, I'm completed this block 3, 4, 5. Okay. Only we left
Biological
out.
basis.
That's what.
Hmm.
Complete. Let me complete this. So 3, 4, 5 is please, whoever it is, mute. So if I complete this thinking topic, then 3, 4, 5 is completely over. Then we left out few topics, only biological basis and heredity 5 and 6 from block 1, then 7 from block 2. Only these three concepts we left over. Okay, tomorrow thinking.
Tomorrow, 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, madam?
7 only, sir. 7 only. Okay, thank you. Yeah, good night.
Good night, madam.
Thank you, ma'am. Good night.
That
Thank you, ma'am. Good night, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.